There is a quick glow from the staff as an immediate burst of power comes into the Elder Druid, and from that flows towards Fargus. And Fargus can begin to feel his eye sockets ache. Therill decrees, "By the grace of He, the great stag, the chosen one shall be granted powers with the eyes that were gifts from the wild, so that he may better prevent the terror that is so bleak and looming on this world's horizon." I will summarize a bit rather than role-playing out with a flowery description. Once per full heal-up, for the rest of this level, Goger, Fargus will have the power to use his eyes to see. It'll almost be like an X-ray vision. It will not be perfect in what materials it can be perceived through, and some substances may block it depending on thickness. However, like say if you were to spy a bunch of wooden chests for 5 minutes, once per full heal up for the rest of this level, he could use his otherworldly eyes to see through those chests, so if there were, say, a red cap hiding in one of those chests, he would be able to tell.
Alright, that's very, very useful.
And this creates a noticeable supernatural effect emanating from Fargus, so much so that all of you standing nearby can, well, you understood that Fargus was a druid, now he emanates wild magic. And your eyes spark a bit more, because they already weren't scary enough.
No, they needed more flair.
In time, Therill the Ever-Living will lower his staff, but the aura and power within Fargus's eyes will remain and say, "There, that is the boon that you are granted. May it prove useful in the pursuit of your principles, Fargus."
Well, thank you, and good luck to you as well. This certainly wasn't really what I was expecting.
Therill will offer a polite smile to Fargus and turn and walk back into the hole made through the trees. And as he does so, the trees close up behind him.
Well, Fargus just turns to the rest of the party and walks back, I guess. Well, that was unexpected, but useful, I guess.
We'll look at Fargus very curiously. Clearly just hearing and feeling the magic emanate.
The hulking dragonkin looks after the druid who disappeared into the trees. "You know, I'd never even seen a glimpse of what was behind there. I didn't even know those trees could open."
They are protected by some kind of magical barrier.
I see.
Quite powerful. Well, it's good to know that we have him on our side at least.
On your side.
Well,
Now, Jinzeros, if you would show us the Temple of Timora,
Excuse
I feel
me?
we could need some. I feel like we could need some aid from that side as well.
Temple of Timora?
Tomorrow.
I could take you to such a place. It is not up to me whether you will receive assistance. That is up to the priestess.
And just that'll be good enough.
If you are comfortable with getting within the thick of Rubble City, then so be it. Follow me. And Jinzeros will begin walking.
Sure.
Right, we'll follow.
Oh,
We need to explore all the sides of the city.
It's a 15-minute walk. It's within the thick of Rubble City, in a district known as Rubble Place. It's a very small and homely-looking building, which contains a shrine to Tamara, the goddess of life and mercy. So if you're looking to pray to the goddess of life and mercy, I guess, you can do that here.
there appear to be a lot of people doing that around.
No.
Expected, yeah. Alright.
I'd assume that the god of like rampage and murder has a bigger following in the city.
There's a few worshippers. All of them are sweets like yourselves. The priestess is a homely matron, halfling of all things, indeterminate age, with like massive rosy cheeks. Yes, halflings can exist in this city too. And Jin Zeros will politely nod to her and kneel before the altar, where he's pretty much gonna remain.
We'll just look around the place.
The building that you just purchased looks far better than this location.
Guess we should let him have it, just so we can stay there. We can just keep living there.
Small hole in the wall.
Sure. That's very humble.
Yes.
Tempus will look around to see if he's any of the priests around at all.
There is a priestess, a matronly halfling of indeterminate
okay.
age, with big, bright, rosy cheeks. You are welcomed into this small little hole in the wall, which contains a tiny shrine to Tamara, the goddess of life and mercy.
Tempus will look around and turn to Zeros and goes, "So, what happened that made you turn to here?"
He is kneeling on the altar in prayer.
Oh, well, he's not going to interrupt him while he's praying. Okay.
Yes, he's kneeling at the altar in prayer. And that's pretty much where he's going to remain.
We'll wander up to the halfling, introduce himself, and say his greetings.
Yes, hello, we get so few. Welcome to the shrine of Tamara, goddess of life and mercy. Have you come to absolve yourself? I see that Jinzeros has led you here. Perhaps you too have a dark past of which you need cleansing.
It's definitely a possibility, but I just need to know a bit more of that than things. I mean, in regards to past, there's definitely some shadows, at the very least, or maybe very lacking of light iris. Anyway, I'm deviating.
Sit down. She like directs you to like a small like chair where she can like sit down to. Tell me what is troubling you. Tamara understands your pain in life, and she wishes to guide you through that. What have you done wrong?
Well, I don't feel as if I have done much wrong, but
we have all done wrong, and it is to that which Tamara feels that promoting life as well as mercy unto others is crucial in allowing us to accept ourselves.
Tempus takes a cog out and looks at it. He taps on his own chin and then puts it away back in a pocket.
She doesn't look like confused or like perturbed at all, as if she's seen weirder shit in Drakkenhall.
Okay. You've got a good dig set up here. It's quite a small dig. It's quite niche, and it seems that you've got a nice follow enough to keep you set by.
It is all that the followers of Tamara need.
Yeah.
Material possessions and wealth are not a concern. It is following what Tamara dictates.
Well, perhaps you could help me out by giving examples. I mean...
Well, I am here to help you as I am here to help all of your companions, but first you must tell me of your troubles.
My troubles is how he, and he points to Gen Zeros, could come to yourselves. Did he give you any reason why he came here?
She lifts an eyebrow. What business is it your reasoning behind why he is here?
Because I've got a similar background to him. And it seems quite strange for someone to feel the need to absolve themselves suddenly with a similar background.
Who are you to know him?
Just the man.
It seems that you are more comfortable talking about the problems of others than you are your own problems. I understand. I've seen this before in the cases of many people where they thought that they did no wrong and attempted to justify their actions. Well, by frequent attendance, we can help you work through that, young one.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you a good chance. Problems. I am a Forgeborn that's gifted as a human, and I was never made by the dwarves.
You are not the only one to possess such insane characteristics, though I've not heard of one as particular as you. You are in the city of monsters, my child, where all manner of aberration and undead walk the streets freely. You could do worse than being the only Forgeborn who looks as you do.
Tempest just totally just looks at this one. Well, yeah, this is one of the sort of arguments where everyone is unique and everyone has their own problems. Yes, everyone has problems. I have my problems, and they are my problems. Very important to me. It doesn't dilute them because everyone else has similar problems. I am alone. And yes, I'm in a city full of monsters, but I am alone.
You don't appear alone, she says, looking past Tempus at all of the other people he entered with.
And the pony.
Standing at the door. Pony would have a hard time fitting in here.
Just stuck in the door. Just going, nay. Tempest actually has been. He just looks at the half, looks around, and then looks at the back halfling. Touche.
No matter how bleak your situation is, you must understand. And she reaches out her small, fat, chubby hands and, touches Tempus. You are not alone.
And just Tempest just sort of stares down at the hand on his.
Very wrinkly and calloused.
How long have you been in the city then, just practicing and maintaining the shrine?
83 years.
Must have seen a lot of things.
I've seen a few things.
And Tempest will stare over at Hurim. One of my colleagues wanted to come here. I wanted to chat. I've got my own dilemma. I'm imagining Tempest is within earshot of the rest of his team. I imagine it's not big enough for this to be a totally different area.
No, you're definitely within earshot. Everyone can hear this.
Hurim's still outside with the pony looking at the building.
It's that small. Voice carries pretty easily.
It's the worst place to tell your sins.
Yeah.
Well, people might not speak them out loud that often. They might just whisper them.
Constable raiding right out here.
Tempest will know what to say. I will, at the very least, need to think about this. it's not something you can immediately just sort of sell yourself to.
No,
Yeah.
understandable. It requires a commitment from within. The gods can only help you so much. They do not interfere that much in the world except through the priestess and her forgiving light that she emits from Santa Cora. We must allow the gods to help us. We have to fix ourselves. And we do that in part by realizing we're not alone.
Tempest will actually fake a smile and fake as if this has been a real relevance to him and say, "Thank you very kindly for the words." And he'll stand up and he actually pauses for a couple of seconds, reaches into his pouch, takes out a handful of copper pieces, say 5 or 6 copper pieces, and just, I guess, leaves them in a donation thing as he walks out.
Sure.
Or whatever looks like a donation
She
thing.
actually returns the same phony smile that you gave her and said, "Wow, thank you." In a patronizing way. To broadcast that she knows what you're doing.
Take the money back.
Just like dig down and take more than you gave. Like a real jerk. I'm using this money to buy slaves.
That's when you find out she's like an epic caster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can't let you do that, Tempus.
I'm pretty sure the other player characters wouldn't allow you to steal from the donation box. Otherwise, we need to really have a long talk about what this party has become.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Fargus is
halfway through that conversation, Thomas basically walked out, almost looking angry, so he wouldn't have noticed.
Nope. Fargus is just meditating, so he doesn't give a fuck.
I gave you guys 11 gold pieces, right? Because you never actually said how much gold you took from me.
We didn't
All of
take
it.
any.
You didn't take any gold pieces from me.
But why not?
Manaki said he took all of it, and
Yep.
Okay,
Thomas already walked
Manaki
out.
said so.
So I
All
never
our money
got-
currently is in like the United money pile.
Which is 11 gold.
Now we're in condominiums.
Or mind you, I
So,
don't money pile. 11
apparently, for some reason, Tempest never got his share of money and actually lost several gold pieces.
Well, you have part in the weird machinery we bought, so.
Fair enough. Okay, so Tempest is down to 8 silver pieces and 9 copper.
Okay.
Yeah. So we need to make some money, right?
We really do.
So let's go kill the Howl Talons.
What?
They don't have
They don't
much.
have any money.
They have some, and they're
If they
evil.
had money, then they wouldn't really be a problem, right?
Maybe not, but they're evil. They might have
We
some.
instead need to go
They're
to. we need to
evil.
go-
You might as well
That's-
kill the entire city.
Let's go
Yes.
kill evil things. Let's start with that guy over there.
we could become the people who just attack others randomly in the street, rob them, and then run away with everything we took.
Well, else we can go into the ruins and search for stuff.
Yeah, you should probably focus on that guy first if you're gonna worry about the evil.
Well, one small step at a time, right?
Imperial governor. Yeah.
Well, do you guys see how much we need to dig? I mean, we've got a pickaxe.
I suggest we would go to the rag.
I have a shovel, not pickaxe.
But how?
Maybe there's work there to get.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Kind of work.
Probably murder work. I don't know. Protection. I don't know what kind of work they do.
I'd rather protect
Probably
over
unpleasant
murder.
work, but maybe work that is fighting evil people anyway.
Chances are, if it's murder work, it also means fighting evil things because everything is evil.
I mean,
We don't have to feel as bad about taking murder work here.
sure. But the leader of the Blood Drop crew said that they had some maps of the ruins and stuff that they had
Yeah, exactly.
looked at.
On the other hand, in the tavern, we might find someone who wants to fund like an expedition down into the ruins or something.
Yeah, sure.
Who had maps of the underground ruins?
The leader of the Blood Drop crew.
Yeah,
He
was like, I'm
might
even going to
have
leave
been
this
stretching the truth.
here. No.
Yeah. He might not have been on completely the up and up kind of guy.
Why do you say such things?
because they're true. I'm saying this is your GM. He wasn't on, he wasn't on the level with you.
Why can't you tell me as my friend?
Because we're not friends.
Oh,
Why do all the bandit leaders we've met have never been trustworthy?
yeah, why
They
Why
do
can't
seem
they-
very trustworthy.
why
Is this
can't they
a
be like
funny
us
friend?
instead?
I want to trust bandit leaders more than anyone else.
Oh,
It's maddening. I don't understand. That halfling woman, she's clearly a spy of the blue. Bandit leader? No.
Yeah, I'd probably follow that.
He's so charismatic and trustworthy, right?
Right.
I mean, now that you mention it, it would be a pretty damn good cover for an Agent of the Blue to pretend to be like this salvation priestess.
So tell me your
halfling.
sins.
I
Like,
mean, remember, if great relationship dice, nothing stops you putting one.
no, I will not. If so, then Gryph just sold himself out super hard.
Tell me your sins and all the illegal things you've done in the city.
I'm totally
I'm not an ogre mage.
People don't have time to collect like his fucking sins. There's like so many. There's so many criminal actions that are going on.
I mean, they'd be waiting a long time to get the full list.
I do like the "I'm totally not an ogre mage" line.
I'm a halfling, trust me. Why would I lie about that?
I'm
the
a
first thing she
priestess
says.
of the goddess of life and mercy. Trust me.
And truth.
Yeah,
She
honesty.
winks at you.
That's her way of saying hello.
Taps her nose, just like, I know.
Yeah, but we sort of need a plan, so what do?
Yes.
I
I like the idea of exploring ruins for money.
Yeah.
But I mean, we shouldn't forget that this is currently we're establishing a base camp.
Yeah.
A place where we can go back to, where we can be somewhat safe to sleep and like think and plan.
And for
A
that,
place
we
that'll give us a bit of resources. For that, we need a bit of money. Maybe even a little bit of reputation, somewhat.
Yeah.
Then after that, we begin to dig heavily into what the hell the four is. Although, of course, knowing that they're a thing would probably not be a bad idea. So, but then to find out, we probably need money.
So either go to Drak or into the ruins.
Aimlessly into the ruins, I don't know. We could. Well, yeah. I mean, we do have that passage there they hadn't explored. Nothing else. Getting an idea of what's down there. I mean, it is right in our backyard.
Yeah, if we wanted to make money, then aimlessly exploring doesn't quite seem like the way we should go. On the other hand, exploring by itself would be, I mean, useful. Who knows what secret passages
That's the thing
we can
about
find.
that place in there. I mean, it's right in our backyard. Knowing what's there is probably
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Might be a
Maybe
potential
the
exit at some point.
maybe the Dragonkin guy knows where we can find someone who is willing to employ us to search the ruins.
He's not entirely sure you could find work even at the rack. There's the problem with you folks trying to like do that is there's already gobs of people, hordes of people who are here for the purpose of exploring ruins. Like, you wouldn't, like, go to, like, the rack to, like, get a job to explore. You would go to the rack to pay people to explore for you.
Ah, well.
It's not exactly an exploration thing that,
Does he know anyone who would be interested in stuff we can find there then?
As well as the fact that the sheer amount
Probably
of people...
depends on the stuff we find.
Ah, maybe, but
I guess the
Okay.
easiest is then to go find stuff and then try to sell it.
like Jinzurus will note, like, he really cut contact with anyone that he used to know, whenever he committed himself to this path of life. He couldn't outsource you to anyone, and, like, anyone who would take a reference, they would kill you on the spot if you were his reference. Or if he was your reference.
yeah, okay.
We could find a bunch of dogs, train them a bit, and then sell them as specialized ruin exploring dogs.
So scamming, you're saying?
Yes. I mean, scamming evil people is.
You know, I would
good,
suggest
right?
we go and scout that. I mean, who knows? Maybe we stumble upon something amazing.
The Orb of Storms. What?
That would be awkward.
Suddenly, like, a spirit teleports in from Lord
Yeah, we could have
Taractus.
sold this one to.
I mean,
Turns out
yeah.
there's 12 orbs of storm.
You just found the
Exploration
second.
Exploration seems like a good thing, but unless something really convenient happens, it doesn't seem like a great way to make a whole bunch of money.
No, I don't think there is an easy, let's make a lot of money quick way.
Oh.
At least not for a party of good people.
I will say that as well. Just there was a note that a lot of people come to here to search the ruins. So I mean, the ruins.
I mean, there must be some value in it.
Are a very, very well searched place. Yeah, I'm sure there is value,
but to say that they're very well
massive,
searched
right?
isn't exactly true. Like, the ruins cover, effectively, not just this half of the metropolis, but they're beneath the other half of the metropolis, too. Like, these ruins, like, Drakkenhall was built on top of the skeleton of the burned-down city from several hundred years ago. There's all kinds of things that could be down there, like including the stuff that's in the place you just bought.
Just like weird mechanisms and stuff. I mean, that place doesn't look like it was like a housing district, does it?
Nah.
not with a forge.
Yeah. Well, I think the forge probably added later.
Like, you're not entirely sure at this point what that district could have been because of how many like buildings are stacked on top of each other. It could have been residential.
Well, my suggestion is going down into the ruins at least.
Yeah, if nothing else, securing an exit route from there might be a good idea.
Yep.
And it also gives us more time to think about how else we can.
Yep.
I mean, we can certainly work. I can work. I can like slowly make stuff. I mean, I think we have a carpenter.
Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a session end here. So you'll have an entire week to think about things.
Because things cost more than I expect. I thought I had a good amount of money with me.
You definitely did have a great amount of money with you.
Yeah, you did, but no one
I
else
guess
did.
the rest didn't.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 gold and 11 gold.
Like Manaki, you completely had a great idea, and I totally loved your mindset with bringing money, and that's what allowed you to basically purchase the place that you had.
You know, I decided to invest in life as a healing person.
And you didn't get into a
proven to be very useful.
And you didn't get into a single combat this session.
They are an investment.
I
a
sold
long-term
my
investment.
heroism potion for 2 slaves, goddammit.
Yeah, alright, that actually speaks loads.
Oh.
That was a
You bought
unique...
people for heroism.
I sold my heroism and I bought people. I think that's pretty much the fucking, like... It's the descriptor for this entire session.
Yep.
Drakkenhall in general.
You know, every time I have a session with players, I'm like, this is not gonna go where I expect it to go. And this session was a great example of, I didn't think the slave market would play a prominent role tonight.
I don't know where you expected us to go. Jeez.
Well, he was like, well, there's this district that is very good for newcomers, and then we never went there.
Isn't that where? But
Where was that?
Sweet Hall and the Wreck. That was basically...
Sweet Hall
like
and the
isn't
Wreck
that like place where we'll be like 1 in a million people wanting the exact same thing as we do?
You guys came here with a specific mission. Like, who among them wants to know who the 4 is and trying to find out who the fuck's trying to kill them and get them off their backs?
Mm-hmm.
You guys came here with a specific mission, and then you spent the Manaki's entire fortune on a place out in the boonies.
Well, we know it's going to be a long-term project because...
Like, Manaki, you asked, like, I don't know where you expected us to get those people. I didn't expect that! Like, I set 0 expectations for you guys staffing the place with slaves. I set 0 expectations on you staffing the place.
I'm sure they will come in handy.
I'm just gonna say now. I came in probably at the perfect time.
I actually like joked to the other players like, man, I hope Gryph comes back in the middle of this. Just keep stalling, guys, so you can get his money.
How to appropriate money into the most useful meat. Man, yeah.
I mean, our long-term plan is to recruit an army of slaves and then overthrow the blue, right? That's what I'm getting here.
That's a lot of slaves, but they will never be free.
The blue could kill all of you, plus all the slaves you have. Probably in
Long-term
one
plan,
attack.
level 11.
I will put on this plan on hold for a few levels. I'm delaying this plan.
It's a lot of initiative rounds.
So Leon becomes the Lich King. Fargus, you become the High Druid. I'll become the Archmage. Then maybe we can ally for like a battle. Killing the blue, putting Thomas in its place.
Tempus reveals himself to be the Prince of Shadows.
Blue Thomas, and then Tempus is the Prince of Shadows. There we go.
Blue Thomas, yeah.